Hello Scorpio, welcome to you. This is your June tarot reading. It's coming to you from the mountains of Java. And Scorpio, I really hope you get something useful from this. If you do, Scorpio, please do me a favour. Like the video, pass a comment on it, subscribe and hit the bell. Because all these things help me to grow the channel, as I've not been doing particularly well with these dreaded YouTube algorithms. But Scorpio, I'm not going to bang on about that. This is all about you, and I sincerely hope you find it useful. You may well be asking, why from Java? What's important about tarot from Java? And the truth is, there is nothing so important about tarot from Java. Simply that here in Java we have many different spirits who will come to help in your tarot reading. It'll probably put a different reflection on things. For example, the spirits here are less likely to be concerned about love and finances, despite people in Java being every bit as interested in these things as the rest of us. But maybe the spirits are trying to tell us something else. Now I'll be using probably 2 decks, but out of 3 decks. So the first deck is Tarot Nusantara, the second deck is the Steampunk deck, and the third deck is the Light Visions Tarot. Tarot Nusantara is actually a new one to me, which I love, whereas the Light Visions I've struggled with as a result of the rendering. Although I think I'll grow into it, I will keep using it and coming back to it. You can see on all of them I'm using quite a lot of salt, and that's to clear the energy and the spirits from them. Something that I do fairly regularly with my tarot. And I also, you'll see a number of Jimat there that I use just to bring a good energy to the tarot and to my reading. Perhaps the most important mystical object we use in Java is the kris, the curly knife that you can see that I've placed across both decks. Kris are very important for bringing the spirits to work on any object here in Java. And I call on the spirits of the mountain to assist me in shuffling the cards, in selecting the right cards, and in identifying their meanings for Scorpio for June 2022. Scorpio, just quickly looking at this spread, it looks a good spread. It looks like June is going to be a great month for you. It looks to be about blessings, and particularly those blessings look to be financial, but I think there are blessings on multiple fronts for you. If you look at the middle card there, the Ace of Cups, that's suggesting that a new love is coming in for you. It's interesting, isn't it? In the recent past, bottom right, we have the High Priestess, in touch with your emotions, in touch with your inner feelings. And right now we have another ace, and it's the Ace of Pentacles. It suggests to me that new money is coming in for you, or certainly you're going off in search of it. And your future energy is the Ten of Cups, which suggests that this is all worked out, because you've got many blessings. You've got love, you've got money, you've got happy families, you've got everything. So it's all looking good. The energy impacting on the outcome is the Page of Pentacles. Now remember, we've had the Ace of Pentacles. We now have the Page of Pentacles. That is you going off in search of money. And clearly you're successful in doing so. So great, you know, there's a certain innocence about this search. but you know, you appear to have been successful. Now, what would detract from that? I'm not too certain how to take this. It's the Six of Wands. This is you scoring some victories, not necessarily winning a battle, but scoring some victories. Generally speaking, with this card, it's not really associated with people with being jealous of you, but I think it's always possible that when you score some small victories, people do get jealous of you. So maybe that's why it would offset the outcome, or maybe simply that you score some victories and you know there are more to come. And that's why it changes the outcome, because the outcome's a lovely outcome. The outcome is the Four of Wands. And this is you celebrating with family and friends. So you've got much to celebrate. As I say, many blessings. Many blessings. Let's look at each card individually, because of this Nusantara deck often has a little trick up its sleeve for me. So, the card that dominates the entire reading is the Ace of Cups. It suggests to me a new love, a wonderful new love. I mean, it could be new relationships, it could be creativity. But you know, there's other cards here that suggest to me that it's new love. And let's face it, if a new love does come in, it would dominate June, wouldn't it? So yeah. Now, of course, if you're not in a position where you're looking for new love, and that's not, then it could be about creativity, it could simply be about a new relationship, even a business relationship. But it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. You look at the card, you know, there's the hand holding the chalice. There's that cloud-like thing behind it, as though there's something divine. The chalice is running over, isn't it? It's running over with joy, so it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. The chalice itself has got wings on it, like again, it's divine, and there's a bluebird about to drop a coin into it. So there's something very mystical, something very beautiful about the whole thing, isn't there? And as I say, this energy runs throughout the whole reading, and so if I am over-gushing about this reading, I'm being directed to be. And now in your recent past, we have the High Priestess. This is you being very much in touch with your subconscious, in touch with your inner feelings. Somebody that can read not only your mind, but maybe other people's minds. Dig into things that maybe others don't even understand themselves. And you do this by a balance, in fact. It's not just simply using your intuition. But you do use logic as well. And you look at the balance, you look at the card, there's one black and one white column there. In her hand, she has a wand and a book. So both the sort of magical and the logical. Her foot is, well, she's on a throne, but her foot, the bottom of the throne is a moon, which suggests unknown. So mastery of the unknown, understanding of the unknown. Yeah, you're very much in touch with that. Now that's in the recent past. Now your current energy is another ace. It's the Ace of Pentacles. This suggests to me that you're going off in search of money, new money. Could be that you're manifesting it. It could be that it's just come to you. But I get the impression you're somewhat in control. Remembering we had that High Priestess, whereby you've got a command of the sort of unconscious, command of the subconscious. No, I think you're actively doing this. Whether it's through manifestation or physically doing it, hopefully, if you are manifesting, you're doing both. Yeah, there's every indication that there's new money coming to you, and it could be big, You look at the card, well, the hand holding the pentacle, which means money, Has that cloud on it as well, which again suggests there's something divine about it. They're in a vineyard, and the vineyard has that sort of gate to it, and it's into a landscape that's somewhat parched. But you know, it's almost saying, get out of your complacency, go into that parched landscape. Maybe you can plant another vineyard or find your fortune elsewhere. It'd be lovely to stay in the vineyard, but if you want to really, really do well, get out of that comfort zone. And I think you're doing exactly that. And I also am pretty certain that it pays off. And why I say it pays off, Scorpio, we have the Ten of Cups as your future energy. The Ten of Cups is, you know, wonderful, wonderful blessings. You're very, very happy. I mean, it suggests it's multiple blessings, not single blessings. And of course, we've got the Ace of Cups. We've also got the Ace of Pentacles. So money and love, you know, no wonder you're happy. If both these things are coming to you. You look at the card, there they are, dressed beautifully, got a son and a daughter, live in a wonderful village. The cups, which suggests wealth, is above their head. What is there not to like about this card? What is there not to love about this card? On other renderings, there is just a suggestion of jealousy, but there's no suggestion of even jealousy on this card. It just feels perfect. And it feels like you've put in the effort, you've done the right things, and it pays off in the future. Yeah, so, I mean, things just look incredible for you. They really do. And you know, Scorpio, I'm sure you deserve it because you've done the right thing, because we've got the Page of Pentacles here, which is the energy impacting on the outcome. And the Page of Pentacles is you going off in search of new wealth, you going off in search of new money. And you look at it, well, he's holding up the Pentacles, so it is about wealth. The landscape is somewhat parched, so it's almost like you've gone out of that vineyard that's shown on the Ace of Pentacles into that somewhat parched landscape. If you remember, that Ace of Pentacles had a volcanic mountain through that gate, and it looks like you've gone a bit closer to there in search of wealth. So, you know, it feels to me like these blessings are deserved. Yes, there's something divine about them, but you've done the work as well. And this also suggests you've been prepared to take a few risks. You haven't exactly known where you're going. In fact, High Priestess, you probably trusted your intuition, but it looks like it's paid off. It looks like everything is perfect for you. Scorpio, the energy that would negatively impact on the outcome or change the outcome is the Six of Wands. It's about public recognition. So why would it change? The outcome's a good outcome, so why would it change the outcome? Why would it change? This is public recognition. It's you've been successful and people can see you've been successful. Although I often feel that could cause jealousy, there's no real indication on this card of jealousy. You look at it, they're parading through the streets, you know, and people recognise what they've done. Do you know, well, it's only at this stage, but I've got this little feeling that what you've achieved through keeping it to yourself. Now, there's no indication that what you're doing, there's anything illegal or unsavoury about it. But you've done it by being a little bit secretive. So if you get public recognition, does it come to an end, or do you just changes. You want to keep it quiet, probably, is all I should read into this. I'm not sure, but I'll tell you what, this is the card I want clarity on. Because the outcome is a lovely outcome. It's the Four of Wands. This is celebration. This is taking a bit of time out to celebrate. And let's face it, you've been very successful. It looks like you've got new love, you've got new money. It looks like you've done extremely well. So, it's a joyous celebration. You look at them, well, it just looks beautiful, doesn't it? There they are in front of a Hindu temple. They're dancing. Is it a lake or is it the sea? I think it's the sea, Yeah, it looks like they're dancing on a beach, doesn't it? Dancing together on a beach. So beautiful. Going back to the last card, the public recognition, I wonder why the public recognition changes this is you don't need to celebrate if you get the public recognition, because it's a public celebration, if you like, whereas this is more of a celebration with family and friends. So maybe I shouldn't read anything negative into the turn of the cards so far whatsoever. But I am going to look into this six, is it? Yeah, it's this Six of Wands, because I want to get to the bottom of this. I want to get to the bottom of it. Why does it change things? First card we have is the Six of Swords. Moving on. How interesting. The next card we get is the Lovers. Have you got a secret? Have you got a secret? Feels that way. And the final card we have is the Hermit. So if we have the Hermit, no, you wouldn't want to celebrate because you're inside yourself. The plot really is thickening. Let's look at each of these cards individually. The first card of clarification is this Six of Swords. Moving on, not necessarily turning your back on things, but moving on. Transition. Dumping baggage. You look at the card. Well, there they are in this spaceship, so they're moving on. There'll be bags of sand that they have to dump to allow it to float upwards. So dumping the baggage. Going to somewhere new, going on to new things. Why would public recognition? How does this impact on public recognition? It feels to me like the public recognition exposes some sort of a dark secret. That's what it's feeling like. Oh dear. We had such a perfect reading, Scorpio. I did warn you about these cards. I did. And now we have the Lovers card, which is a divine love. But now, is this the same love as the love that comes into your life? It could well be. It could well be. But did a new love come into your life and you were already in a relationship? Or does a new love come into your life but you're cheating on them? Remember that moving... yeah. Six of Swords moving on, dumping baggage. So I think you're leading something of a double life. And the public recognition would shine a spotlight on that. Now you might think I'm being crazy here, but I did the same myself, I spent 20 years in a terribly abusive relationship with a covert narcissist. Now, she didn't cut off my finger or shit in my bed, but everything else. And I met my current wife while I was sort of seemingly still in a relationship with this woman. And she at least claimed that we'd had a child together, who had brought up as my son. You know, I don't have many reasons to doubt it, but yeah, I met the current wife, and I wanted to do the best for my son, so I stuck with them, despite having already met who was to be my future wife. I wonder if that's it. And you know, the relationship with my wife, she's my soulmate. You look at this card, there's an angel above them, so there's something wonderful about it. So yeah, maybe you met somebody else. Maybe you do meet somebody new, but you're already in a relationship, and this somebody new is the right one. But the public recognition exposes it. And it causes you to become a hermit. I'm right, aren't I? I'm right. It's the public recognition causes scrutiny of you, which means that some dark skeleton, and I think it's to do with love, gets exposed. And as a result of it, you don't want to be in the limelight. You go into yourself. You become this hermit. You go into your own feelings. You don't want to mix with other people. Gosh. You look at him. Did he used to work in the City of London? I think this one did, you know. And now he's living the life of a tramp on a rubbish heap overlooking London. But you know, he's got that lamp in his hand, and he's going to find something very important in that lamp, something very important about himself. And he's rejected the City of London, and you've rejected the wealth, you've rejected the stuff that comes with it. Yeah? Oh! These cards can be vicious, can't they, hey? Oh dear. I promise you it's not me. These Nusantara cards, they don't have fine, dig stuff out. Okay, we can summarise for you now. Scorpio, you're going to curse these Nusantara cards because there's a savage twist. A savage twist to this reading. Seemingly everything is perfect. And indeed it may well be, because of the twist doesn't necessarily have to happen. But new love comes into your life. New money comes into your life. Now, I'm not saying you're not doing anything to encourage it. In fact, I think you've been manifesting. I think you've been working hard. I think you've been exploring your innermost thoughts. And you've really been manifesting money and love. But you've also been physically doing things to encourage it. You've gone off in search of new money. You've taken a few risks. You know, you've taken up challenges, and it's paid off. It's really paid off. You have multiple blessings, money, love, happy families. You've got everything you want. That's certainly how it seems. And you end up by celebrating it. And why not celebrate all that you've got? Because you've worked hard, you know. I mean, yeah, you've taken risks. Yes, you've had some luck. There is something divine working here. But you have done very well, and you deserve this celebration. Are you waiting for the but? Because there is. Now, there's only a chance that this happens. There's only a chance. But there's just a chance that the fact that you've been so successful brings you to the public recognition. And in bringing it to the public recognition, it shines a spotlight on your life. And I don't know if this new love that came into your life, I don't know if we're talking about this new love that came into your life, or on top of this new love, there's another love. But there's certainly two loves or two relationships here. You might not love them both, you know, but there's two relationships here. You're cheating. You're cheating. And the public recognition exposes the fact that you're cheating. And what you really needed to have done was moved on from one of the relationships, but you didn't. You needed to dump the baggage and you didn't do it. And this spotlight that gets shined on you means that you become something of a hermit. You shun everything you've created and go inside yourself looking for answers. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but we could have left it as it was. And indeed, this little twist doesn't necessarily happen. But Scorpio, it's a dark twist, isn't it? I do hope you've enjoyed Tarot from Java as an addition to my channel, The Magic of Java. Please take a look at the other videos that I have on this channel about magic from Java, and I hope that you will become a subscriber. Now, if you want to hear your next tarot reading, hit the button, and that will inform you of when I publish new readings. I'm certainly going to do a reading for every month, but maybe I will try them a bit more frequently, say a mid-month reading, and maybe also some special readings. But above all, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, and enjoy Java.